Anna, I'm just gonna pass it off to you, and I am right here if you need me, okay?
All right, just let me get my screen shared with you guys. Okay, so first before we do introductions, I just wanted to start with, I want you guys to imagine that you're in the salon and you're working behind the chair and you have one of your favorite clients in. They are asking you a bunch of different questions about like the products you use and just all of that good stuff. Your conversation is flowing smoothly. And then all of a sudden they ask you, oh, hey, why do we still have to like look for silicone free? Like, why is that even a thing anymore if everybody knows that they're not great and they do all these bad things? Why would they still be in our products? And as a well-educated hairstylist, because let's face it, if you're here today, we know education is important to you. Do you know how to answer this question? Or would you feel kind of like a deer in headlights? Because I know in the past when I got these types of questions, I was very like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna look into that. Or you know what? Maybe I was in the bathroom for that part of the class and just try to like make some kind of an excuse because I didn't know how to answer it. So, oh, there we go. So let me give you a little bit of a background on silicones and why they are still used today, even though a lot of people dislike them. So silicones are a large class of molecules with many different functions. There are something like over 1,000 different types of silicones. And in hair care, we often think of them as one thing, but there are many, many different types of them. So silicones are widely regarded as some of the best conditioning ingredients. When consumers are asked about their favorite conditioning properties, they consistently point to benefits that come directly from silicones. Silicones are easy to work with from a cosmetic chemistry standpoint because they can be tailored to provide very specific benefits in hair care and cosmetics. All conditioning ingredients adhere to the outside of the hair shaft and form a protective barrier around it. This is not unique to silicones because proteins, oils, fatty acids, fatty alcohols, waxes, you name it, they all form a protective barrier that helps prevent damage and seal the cuticle. So now most silicones are actually designed to wash away with one shampoo because that's better for brands. They can sell you more products. There are a few products out there though that do have silicones that are designed to last for longer, but those ones usually state on it that like it's going to last for X amount of shampoos or X amount of weeks. So you're going to know if you're using one of those products. We usually see them in treatments. But this is all stuff that we don't normally hear about in our like product education. Okay, so now that I've explained all of that to you, I'm going to start with like a little introduction. So, hey, as Lisa said earlier, I'm Anna, and I am a hairstylist that went out looking in search of a clean ingredients list because I thought there just had to be one out there. And you guys, I never found it, but that's okay because I learned a lot while I was on this journey. And now I'm really passionate about sharing it with other hairstylists because everything I learned really like just completely blew my mind. And wait, I forgot what I was gonna say.
You're good,
That's
Anna.
thanks,
Never found it. It blew your mind. You're all good.
right? Okay, but anyways, so now I've created Translating the Label, where we provide hairstylists with unbiased breakdowns of the claims brands make on their websites to promote their products. We primarily do this through product line reviews, which are like your ultimate guide to navigating professional hair care brands. To truly love the products you use in your business behind the chair, your values need to align with the brands that you're using. So this creates more of a natural passion for the brand. And when you have natural passion about the brands you use, your enthusiasm will shine through to your clients. And that, of course, helps you to effortlessly sell more retail. Oh, I remembered the part that bear with me, guys. But anyways, so I was going to tell you guys how I learned all of this. And it was because I dug into the cosmetic chemistry side of things. I am really into learning about everything that goes into like ingredients as well as like brand management and regulatory stuff. Like I want to know everything that's going on behind the scenes. So I have dug into like in a hands-on formulation course. I seek out industry events, just any kind of education that I can gain access to because I am not a cosmetic chemist. But there's actually tons of stuff out there that is available to us, so I do all of that. But anyways, that's why my information is a little bit different because it's coming from a cosmetics industry perspective and not a consumer perspective, which is what we get as hairstylists. I hope that all made sense. Okay, but anyways, translating the label. Um, we uh, we like to get you guys into knowing what your values are because your values are an important part of your brand. So the first thing is to identify what values are most important to you. Like what is going to spark your passion? And now it's okay if your values are very straightforward, such as like you just want a product that performs well or has good experience or you like the packaging and it performs well. That's great. Now, others may have more in-depth values, such as like clean, holistic, environmentally friendly, and that's great too. What matters is not the specific values you hold, but that you understand them and you choose products that align with them. Okay, so now what are you guys, or what are we looking for in a brand? So the first thing we're going to look for is actually on the website. We want to visit the brand's About Me section. Now, this honestly comes under so many different names, but you'll know it when you see it. And then you want to see if the brand's values match your values. How much detail did the brand provide around your values? And then, does the brand use vague verbiage or definitive verbiage? This is something that we often don't even think to look for, but it's really important to just to be aware of that. And then what makes the product different? Because every brand is going to, has something that makes them different. So you want to look for that as well. And then lastly, do you feel aligned after reviewing a brand's website? Like if the stars align, then that may be a product you want to test out. If it doesn't, then you're going to want to move on to looking into a different brand. Okay, so now what are you looking for in products? So performance is always going to be the top priority because the performance is what your clients take home with them. Even if they don't buy retail, they take home the performance of the products you used on them that day. So then you want to look into, do you enjoy the experience? And the experience actually starts at the store when you're looking at the packaging. And it continues all the way until after the hair is dried and styled. And you want to see like, did everything meet your expectations? Are you happy with it? Okay, and then again, we're going to talk about performance because again, it's what your clients take home. So when clients leave the salon, they carry the performance and experience of your service with them. And by purchasing retail products, they extend these benefits into their daily routines at home. This natural extension boosts your brand and keeps the magic of your salon experience alive until their next visit. And this is the most annoying thing, you guys, but it is up to you to test the products you are using and that to test the products that you're interested in. We can read all the websites we want, but hands-on is, super important. Okay, so now we're gonna like peel back the label and look like behind the scenes into the hair care world a bit. So you may have noticed that there are brands that will state that their products start as organic. And this is actually a really good thing for them to state because organic products, it's very, very challenging. Many organic ingredients, such as like oils and proteins, they can be hydrolyzed into smaller particles that adhere and benefit to the hair. However, after hydrolysis, these ingredients are no longer considered organic due to processing. And it doesn't just happen with proteins and oils, but this happens a lot. You have to break down the ingredients to make them beneficial, and then they lose their organic status. So starting out as organic is it's a really good way for brands to get around that, and it's pretty transparent. Okay, the next thing is key ingredients. Now, these are story ingredients used to create a compelling story around the product, enhancing market appeal and connecting with consumers on a deeper level. So some of these ingredients benefit the hair and some of them do not. Their benefits really depend on the intent and the overall formulation and supporting ingredients. So unfortunately, as consumers, there's no way for us to really be able to tell if an ingredient is beneficial or not. That is part of the like formulation secrets, and it also, depends on a lot of other factors. All right, so this is another really big one, clean beauty. So some of you may know this, some of you may not, but clean beauty has no legal definition, regulations, or guidelines to follow. So any brand can market themselves as clean if they choose to. And I know that a lot of salon professionals, whether you're like a rental stylist, a suite stylist, a salon owner, you will base your your branding around being clean. And that's great. I'm not saying anybody should stop doing that. But because we know that this definition varies from brand to brand and person to person, you want to get crystal clear on exactly what clean means to you. Write that down, and then of course choose brands that that state what clean means to them, and make sure that your values align. Okay, now Lisa, how am I doing on time?
You are 13 minutes in, so you have 7 more minutes, ideally.
Okay. So we'll just do this one real quick. So toxicity is a little bit confusing because a lot of people, myself included, think that toxicity is based off of the substance itself, but it's actually the dose plus the delivery, which could be topical, which would be like skin, inhaled, or ingested. So the delivery plus the dosage equals the poison. And there's a whole lot more details there if you want to screenshot it, but I'm going to move to the next slide because this one's long. All right, so ingredients list. The ingredients list on the back of a cosmetics products are not the actual ingredient names and do not give you as much detail about the ingredients as one might think. So the INCI, which is the International Nomenclature Cosmetic Ingredient, also referred to commonly as INCI, that's what I like to call it. These names represent ingredient categories. So brands select raw materials by their trade names, which are then converted to INCI names for packaging. So that's what we would see over here. Some brands you'll notice will do like, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but they'll say blueberry, right? Which is kind of fun. Okay, now companies use INCI names to provide detailed ingredient lists, ensuring transparency for consumers while maintaining formulation privacy from competitors. Like, for example, Coca-Cola is not going to share their recipe with us. Neither are our hair care brands, right? They're entitled to that privacy. Now, the main purpose of an INCI list is to inform consumers with allergies. That was the original intent. And INCI names are a globally standardized requirement on cosmetic products to ensure consistency, transparency, and safety for consumers and regulatory compliance across international markets. This also means that we could go to, I don't know, India, for example, and buy a cosmetic product, and we will still be able to read the ingredients list because this is an international standard. Okay, so now we're getting to the end, guys. So product line reviews. So this is to help you decide if a product line is right to carry in your salon, because honestly, this can be an overwhelming choice. I don't know about you, but I have walked into like a Cosmoprof and a Salon Centric so many times thinking that I was going to pick out a new product line and then ended up leaving so overwhelmed and didn't buy a thing. Well, maybe color, but not what I thought I was going to be getting that day. Okay, so these help you discover if a professional product line aligns with your business and values. It explains the reality behind marketing claims, elevates your conversations with clients, reduces the overwhelm from clean beauty and green claims, provides an in-depth deep dive into a professional hair care brand, offers an unbiased look into a professional hair care brand without trying to sell you on it, and provides industry insider insights, offering a unique perspective not typically available to hairstylists. So you guys, we sell these reviews that are already done. However, we also have a product line guide, which is a free tool you can just download off of the website, and it teaches you how to do all of this yourself as well. Because I know some stylists want to do it themselves, and then other stylists are like, I don't have time, I just want it done. So whatever your option is, we have it. And then lastly, let's keep this conversation going in the Marco Polo group. So I wanted to prompt you guys by to go in there and let us know, like, do you know what your values are for you and your business? Share those. Also, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them in there as well. Now, I just want to say there's no like right or wrong answers. There's no judgments. So whatever you put in there, like, feel free. Don't worry about it. And then, yeah, and then I just put if you guys are in the VIP group. Also, if you're looking for some values, here's like a list that you can screenshot real quick to get you started. Don't feel like you have to check off all of these. You could check off one. It doesn't matter, as long as you're happy with it in the end. And then thank you so much for taking the time today to like be here and obviously listen to the presentation, and let's keep in touch. Feel free to reach out to me at any time with questions. I'm here to help. I'm happy to help. So you can, of course, send me a message privately at translatingthelabel@gmail.com, or you can reach out to me on TikTok or Instagram, both, same handle, Translating the Label. And then, of course, there's the website.